At beyond this hour, the Balakot terror camp in Pakistan, which was targeted by the Indian Air Force in February last year, has once again reopened to train terrorists and launch attacks. According to sources, the camp's operations this time will predominantly focus on anti-India operations. Terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed's operatives will be trained at this camp, which is located inside Pakistan. At the reopening of the camp, shockingly, two brothers of Jaish chief Masood Azhar were also present. To avenge the Pulwama attack, the Indian Air Force, with the backing of the government, had conducted an airstrike at the Balakot Terror Training Center on February 26 last year. And this was the second major cross-border response from India in the aftermath of a major terror attack in less than 3 years. The first such response was a surgical strike across the line of control in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir in 2016, days after the terror attack at Uri base camp of the Indian Army. For more, we are now being joined by our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, thanks so much for joining us. Tell us more about this shocking news. Terror camps in Balakot operational yet again. What more do we know about this news development?
Well, this is a reaffirmation of Pakistan's support to terrorism, something that New Delhi has been raising at various multilateral organizations. It's just not in New Delhi, but also we know other countries in the region have been impacted by terrorism from Pakistan, emanating from Pakistan. The support the Pakistani government has been giving, and there have been ample of evidence of how the establishment, the Imran Khan establishment, has been supporting and aiding and abetting terrorist and terror organizations. In fact, just 24 hours ago, we know that at the United Nations Security Council, the Pakistani government got a relief in a sense, because it had gone to the United Nations Security Council to get basic expenses for terrorists like Lakwi and another terrorists who, of course, has been given the third highest civilian award of Pakistan. So this kind of development is a reflection of what Pakistan has been indulging in when it comes to terrorism. The fact that these terror camps have been reactivated is of no surprise.
Right, Siddhant, now global terror financing watchdog, the FATF, has time and again raised questions against Pakistan for funding terrorism. And now this recent news is bound to put it back under the scanner, and rightfully so. So what can we expect? Can we expect some global body to react for this news development?
Well, in February of 2021, the FATF will be meeting and deciding the future course of action, that whether Pakistan will be removed from the grey list or whether it will be put on the black list. Pakistan has been claiming that it is fulfilling its commitment, but despite its claim, Pakistan remains on FATF's grey list. It has been on the grey list for 2 years now, and that has a significant impact on its economy. By its own estimates, the Pakistani government estimates it is losing around $10 billion because of it being at the FATF's grey list. So clearly, when it comes to the issue of terrorism, these kinds of developments are bound to impact when it comes to whatever happens at the FATF. And globally also, we have seen Pakistan getting isolated when it comes to the issue of terrorism, its support to the issue of terrorism, whether it's UK, whether it's European countries, whether it's US, and of course in the region, we know all three countries bordering Pakistan, India, Afghanistan or Iran have given evidence publicly as well when it comes to the issue of terrorism, the support Pakistan gives to terrorist organizations on its territory.
Right, absolutely. Now, Siddhant, my final question, do we have any information or intelligence about what exactly is being planned in this terror camp?
Well, of course, these terror camps are used as a state policy by the Imran Khan government and the Pakistani government, or whether it's the Pakistani army, and usually their basic focus is to destabilize the region and of course countries, whether it's Afghanistan, whether it's India. But when it comes to India, since 2014, since 2016, 11 terror attacks, India has taken a number of measures to make sure that there is no major terror attack. In fact, after 2014, there hasn't been any major attack, barring of course in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, where of course we know the Pulwama terror attack took place. So largely when it comes to security, it has India has beefed up its security. And one thing after the surgical strikes, a message which has been given by New Delhi to Islamabad is that there will be a strong reaction if there is any kind of attacks on Indian territory. So clearly, if Pakistan or these terror camps try to indulge in any terror attack in India, they know there will be another Balakot surgical strike in Pakistani territory.
Right, Sidhant, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast and for all your insights.